Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at the second intense issue of The Savage Dragon from Erik Larsen. Cannot wait to share it with you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. Okay, so Image Comics has been celebrating like their 30th anniversary, 30 years of Savage Dragon, although he's been around for a lot longer than that as he was created by Erik Larsen as a child. Erik Larsen, comic book superstar, Spider-Man, Savage Dragon has been his gig for 30 years. And recently I've just been revisiting, I guess I came across them in my collection, been revisiting the early issues of Dragon. And they are so much fun. I forgot how good these are. These are so great. This is the second. So Dragon launched with a mini series. I think it was 3 or 4 issues. And then probably 4. So a lot of Image Comics did launch with mini series because they didn't know if it was going to work or if they wanted to do it or whatever. So it was more experimental. But Dragon was like hugely popular, sold very well. So it was a no-brainer that Larsen would continue an ongoing series after the miniseries. Second issue, this is so cool. Love Superpatriot. How cool is Superpatriot? I'm a huge Freak Force fan. If you guys watch my channel, you know that. I love his design. He's such a great character. Very cool. There was that badass miniseries illustrated by Dave Johnson. You know, a charter member of Freak Force. Rob Liefeld used him a lot, tied into Die Hard and Glory, fighting in like World War II or some crap like that. Who remembers? Whatever. Anyway, great character. Love the design. I love that he kind of has a thong on, like with an American flag on it. That always kind of cracked me up. And I do like his shoulder pads. Interestingly, Erik Larsen was like set to, he'd pitched for X, like a new version of X Factor during the time in which, like, I think Claremont had left the X-Men and the books were being shaken up and different creative teams. And eventually Peter David and Joe Quesada would take over. However, Larsen did have a pitch that involved Horridus and Superpatriot. Could you imagine if he would have just given them to Marvel? And I don't know, that would have been crazy. I love the way Dragon looks on this cover. This is such like a classic, iconic image of the dragon. Enter Superpatriot. So is this the first appearance of Superpatriot? I don't know. Who knows? Rob Liefeld was using him all over the place. We're still with Malibu Comics. Erik Larsen, creator, writer, artist, inker. Chris Eliopoulos, letterer. Gregory Wright, colorist. Janny Wong, editor. Ali Optics, color separations. Special thanks to fabulous Fabian Nicieza for helping design the new improved Superpatriot. Interesting. So Born Again Patriot. The colors, it's interesting because Erik Larsen is working on like the Ant comic book in conjunction with Savage Dragon that he's still writing, penciling, inking. And actually he's coloring Ant because I guess apparently he has too much time on his hands. But so this is colored by Gregory Wright. And I do like the way he colored this. I think it looks super cool. It's funny because looking at this color, this is so bright compared to where I feel this series would go. But I feel like Erik Larsen's art does lend itself. I mean, it's such classic comic book art. And here we go. Erik is always giving us these amazing 2-page spreads. And I love this. Just like, I feel like this was like a highlight of Erik's career as far as inking goes. Like, he is definitely laying down like so much ink on this page, so many different textures and splatters, and it just looks so cool. I said it before and I say it again. Any comic book that takes place in a sewer is already a winner in my eyes. And I just love, like, so many things came together so well on the Savage Dragon, and I have to give it up for Chris Eliopoulos because definitely the lettering added to it. I feel like it's from that John Workman sort of school of lettering with the great like uniform sound effects and stuff. It just looks so cool. I mean, you can almost hear the sound effects. Great effective use. And that's what I also like love about Erik Larsen and why you should still be reading Ant and Dragon, because he's making the types of classic comic books with the types of classic comic book storytelling that I love, with full-on sound effects and action and just like so many good things. And always giving us creepy villains. It's kind of interesting because the star of the book is arguably like a monster himself as the dragon. And then you've got like this super creepy, like dark, weird rogues gallery that Erik Larsen definitely creates some of the best villains out there. Love this. Just love the artistry of the inking and just like the different like hatching and techniques that are used. I think that's one of the secrets of a lot of the Image artists, is that they're amazing inkers on top of it. I mean, Todd McFarlane, I remember him inking some great covers, like over Rob Liefeld, and just like Rob Liefeld's an amazing inker. Erik Larsen's an amazing inker. I don't know if Mark Silvestri is an amazing inker or not. Is he inking the new Batman Deadly Duo series coming out? Which we're also excited about because who doesn't love Mark Silvestri's art? Such a great splash page of Superpatriot here. I know this is going to sound weird, but there's something like oddly sexy about Superpatriot in a way. It's the shoulder pads. It has to be the shoulder pads. I mean, these have to be the best shoulder pads in comic books right there. Like, and I don't know that he ever did it, but I feel like it would have been like such a cool thing to have, like, be able to use these as sort of weapons. He probably always does. Everyone probably knows that, and I'm just stupid because I am forgetting whatever. Anyway, classic Erik Larsen art. I love his storytelling and his use of panel layout, and just like I've always loved Erik Larsen's art, like from day one, discovering it on Aquaman story, Teen Titans Spotlight, following him over to Doom Patrol, and just like always loving his art and following him ever since then. And Dragon is like a legacy character. Like in the current incarnation, it's his son, which is very cool. You know, Erik's been the main guy for 30 years and chose to have Erik like have it age in real time, which I guess makes perfect sense if you're gonna be the one telling his entire story. You know, obviously Bob Kane, you know, co-created Batman, but many people steered his path after that, and it would make no sense to have someone like that age in real time. I think there's pros and cons to it, definitely. I don't know, the art on this is just so killer. Look at this gorgeous poster insert. This is the kind of stuff that was coming out of Image, like early books, like a lot of like poster inserts and pinups and stuff that were so freaking amazing. Let's see if we can analyze some of the graffiti, because that's always fun. So you got Chris Eliopoulos, Hank Canals, like I know that name for some reason, but I don't know why I know it. Rob Liefeld, Spawn, Liefeld again. I mean, you can never get enough Liefeld. And, you know, your graffiti, Wildcats, Larsen, Erik Larsen, X-Men. X-Men? No, it could be X anything, right? Supreme, Brigade, Steve-O, randomly. Pete McFarlane? Why not? Is that a mashup of Peter David and Todd McFarlane? I don't know what else is in there. Anyway, fun. They bout to knock you out. Wait, they bout to knock the other guy out. The Savage Dragon versus the Savage Megaton Man. Awesome. Don Simpson. So cool. Love that book. I've reviewed it. Look through my list of videos. I've done everything, y'all. Another great classic. Just the power of Erik Larsen's art. Like, he just loves comic books and is such a great comic book storyteller, and definitely packs in the kinetic energy that we love and all the blood. It's funny. I don't know why, like, you know, Dragon just, it seems kid-friendly in a way, just because, I don't know, you know, the dragon looks, like, appealing. What little kid wouldn't love that? And then he's got, like, these bright, colorful, like, villains and rogues gallery and supporting cast. Great expression on Dragon's face here. But it's so dark and violent and, like, grim and gritty at the same time, so definitely not for children. once again, like, oh my god, like, the pinups in this is just, like, so good. Like, so many good things. Once again, I'm reminded how I sort of saw the connection between Larsen's inks and Terry Austin's inks, believe it or not. So good. Love it. Early Dragon, epic, classic, vintage, amazing. I mean, and this is like a knockdown, drag out fight, like unrelenting. They just keep going, page after page after page. And Superpatriot with all his wacky, like, arm gun, armature fixtures and whatnot. And wham! For the double head punch. Can't my ass. I don't know. You know, a lot of characters boast and, like, brag and make statements and things, but I feel like Dragon just totally gets away with it, and it's just, like, a total badass. Until, oh my god, what happened? But he's bleeding. So much blood. Oh my god, he's passing out. Whatever. Now, this would have been a good opportunity, Erik, in retrospect, for Alex to give Dragon a blood transfusion to save his life and turn her into She-Dragon. See what I did there? That would have been weird, right? Art by Wyatt Frampton. Imagine, Wyatt, where are you today? You had your fan art in the second issue of Savage Dragon. How does it feel? Lots of fan art here. John Strauss. I would love to see, like, you know, I mean, do you? Do you ever see fan art and then it's like, you know, Joe Madureira or, I don't know, John Byrne? I'm sorry, I just couldn't do a whole video without mentioning John Byrne, right? Speaking of Mark Silvestri, look how cool that looks. I freaking love that. 30 years of Image Comics, guys. Kind of amazing, right? The new kids on the block ain't so new anymore. Zealot looks a little different there. Very cool. I just love this. What a great shot. Oh my god, totally reminded how amazing Jim Lee is. Early Image, so good. The Protectors, what are you doing on the back? Anyway, Savage Dragon, number 2. An amazing, fun trip down memory lane with one of my favorite comics coming out of Image Comics. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit like, share my content, and I'll bring you more later.